It's Barnes and Leslie. We are your Morning X. We're about to get real smart with our next guest, someone you should know, Alyssa Carson, who's headed to Mars.
I'm glad that you always find guests who are smarter than us.
Keep the room up. Keep it up high.
Yeah. Tonight, Planet Jill, weeknights.
Oh, maybe she can go there. She can go to Planet Jill.
She could go to
on the way.
First person to step on Planet Jill.
Exactly.
New music 8 to 9, and she has a playlist that's killer. You should check it out on Facebook or Instagram. Planet Jill tonight on 99X.
Okay, our next guest is born and raised in Louisiana. She's 18. Remember that key number. She's 18. Mm-hmm. Alyssa Carson is her name, and I'm saying she's going to Mars first because I believe that it is in, when you look at her credentials and all that's going on, I believe it will happen. Alyssa, welcome, and I'm just telling you right now, you will be the first to Mars.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
now you have to come through.
Yeah, now I have to do it just for you guys.
So that is, you're on path to go in the 2030s, right? To Mars if everything works like you want it to work.
Yeah, I've always had an interest in space and wanting to work in the space industry. And, when I was young, Mars was just an area of curiosity. And, hopefully we're able to get to that point where we're sending people to Mars. Obviously, we still have a few challenges with, such a extensive mission. But I think hopefully in the near future, we'll see it come to a reality.
You're only 18. So tell us, when did you first get interested in space?
Well, I first got interested when I was super young. I mean, it was probably around like 3, 4, or 5, around that range. I don't remember too exactly, but I had an interest in space pretty young, which was a bit random because no one in my family works in space or engineers or science or honestly anything similar at all. So it was a little out of the blue, but my dad kind of remembers me coming and asking questions about space, like, is space real or what is space? And just kind of asking the very simple questions. And then from there, I just kind of wanted to know more and kept asking for books and videos and posters. And it just kind of, the more I learned about space, kind of the more interested I became. So this interest just grew and grew and grew.
Well, you're obviously a very smart young woman. And as a Mars One ambassador, I mean, you've obviously thought a lot about what a human colony on Mars would look like. I mean, what do you think are some of the biggest challenges that we'll face in creating a sustainable human presence there?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely still have some challenges, which is why I think, currently we see NASA working to build up their Artemis program, and we'll hopefully see a few missions back to the moon in the next couple of years, and people going back there first to kind of get more established and get more comfortable with those types of missions. So I think that they're kind of building those building blocks. I think some of the challenges with the Mars mission right now is definitely timeline. I think right now it's, everyone was kind of estimating maybe a 6-month journey to travel from Earth to Mars. And I think a big goal would be to get that time frame down much further, just to kind of decrease the length of the mission. So I know a lot of work has been going into, new engines, new technology in order to make that mission a bit shorter. Obviously, there's been different ideas, with like food supply. Do you have to grow some food there? Are you able to pack enough food for the whole trip? And so there's just a few more technology things that I think really want to be ironed out and kind of thought through before an actual mission goes. And I think that's kind of what some of these missions back to the moon will kind of be testing and getting ready for.
We're talking to 18-year-old Alyssa Carson, an astrobiologist, Barnes. I mean, seriously. So I have a question to ask you, and you may be, you might not want to list all of these qualifications, but I want to ask, because Barnes, I want to see if you have even gone through one of these, what you had to do to prepare and train yourself for life on Mars.
Yeah, a lot of what I did. I mean, obviously I knew that I was interested in becoming an astronaut, and growing up, I always looked up to astronauts, and so I was always asking them, the different things that they did, or, the different skill sets that they looked at. And for a while, I didn't necessarily know what was in the space industry I actually wanted to do, or, what field I was looking into. So I was always looking for things that related back to space and looking for different certifications or qualifications so I would kind of build up my skill set. So I started scuba diving. I got my private pilot's license. I got my skydiver A license.
Dang,
all just kind of different. I always got things that kind of simulated space to a degree, or, like, for example, with scuba diving, when you're underwater, that's like the closest we can get to, like, long-term periods of time, not fully without gravity, but, a little bit limited gravity. Your friends are always kind of lighter in the pool, so we can kind of simulate some of those environments in different ways. So it was always really fun to kind of see how we could bring space down to Earth a little bit.
I mean, I want to put this in perspective, Barnes. She's 18. She's gotten her scuba certification, pilot's certification, completed water survival, microgravity flights, G-force training, decompression training, space classes at 18.
No, let me put it into perspective for you. When I was 18, I was packing $5 Kamchatka vodka in the back of a Camaro and headed down to South Padre Island near Corpus Christi, Texas.
What I'm saying.
And putting Van Halen on my playlist. You're going to get in a flippin' starship and go to Mars.
This is unbelievable.
What would your playlist be? Like, you're taking off, blast off. What's going to be in the headphones?
That's a good question. I mean, Danger Zone might be a good pick for the blast off specifically.
Thematic. I like that. Little thematic blast off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think honestly, any sort of music would be fun. I think a lot of astronauts, we all of a sudden always kind of think of it as very serious, but I mean, a lot of astronauts, especially when they go up to the International Space Station, they all have a lot of fun with just different music or games or, tossing around a football and microgravity. They always have so much little things that they kind of add in to make the days super fun.
You better get to work, though, because you're going to need a 6-month playlist. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a journey.
Yeah.
It's quite the playlist you'll need.
Agree.
I'm Paula Pan. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible. Because let's face it, money's too important to wing it.
What you'll hear is a couple money geeks sitting and talking about this stuff that we're so passionate about.
You name it. Anything that's on your mind. Retirement, debt, student loans, saving for college.
It's a personal finance journey. It is a wide-ranging squirrel conversation about the topic of personal finance and good financial planning. Super fun.
Afford anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah!
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it!
Chase the big time.
Get that, ladies!
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
So I was reading that you went to this international immersion school where you had to learn subjects in 4 different languages: English, French, Spanish, and Mandarin. When do you have time to maybe watch a movie or play a video game?
Never.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got pretty lucky that that school was kind of available in Louisiana at the time. My dad did freelance videography, and so he traveled a lot, and so he just kind of had in the back of his mind that, learning languages or different cultures was important, and so he thought that would be a good school, and it had honestly nothing to do with my space interests, but it was just something that he had wanted me to learn and do, and so that's kind of where I went to school. And I mean, most of the space-related things that I have been able to do, I usually prioritize outside of school time. So usually we'd make the most of summers or vacations, and then during the actual school year would be a lot tamer and just kind of be like every other kid. So he did a really good job of keeping that balance of, doing things space related, but also being normal.
Mm-hmm. You're not like every other kid. I'm sorry, Alyssa.
Yeah,
Alyssa Carson is 18, someone you should know who will be going in the 2030s, we all believe, to Mars.
Yeah.
So you've been preparing for this mission your whole life. We hear about all the things you're doing. When you envision that first step onto the red planet, I mean, what's the emotion you can imagine feeling? Is it awe? Is it relief? Is it fear? Or maybe something else completely different? What do you, I'm sure you've envisioned it a million times. What is that?
Yeah, I think that for me, I would just feel very, very proud and very lucky to, one, not only be able to accomplish my own goals, but also being able to do something that's, so important. I think that I've learned so much about the space industry and the importance of kind of the science and the technology and all the kind of benefits that we gain from it. So I think I would just feel very lucky to eventually be chosen and lucky to be able to be the one to get to experience that, and just super proud of myself for all the hard work that would have gone into prior to.
Impressive.
Oh, absolutely.
Man.
Now, I read that if you could take people up there with you, one of the people you chose, if you could, was Elon Musk. So you meet Elon. What's the first thing you ask him?
Yeah, I think right now some of my biggest questions would totally just be kind of his ideas or his plans in terms of Mars missions. We're kind of in a very unique spot in the space industry currently, where obviously we have NASA and government space, but we also have this new sector of private space, which for the most part has stuck to low Earth orbit and kind of more local missions and some suborbital missions. And so I think there's a bit of a mix between the two of private and public. But yeah, honestly, just a lot of questions for what he envisions. He's talked plenty about Mars, and so it'll be curious to see if we do see any sort of Mars mission from the private sector, or if those kinds of missions are just kind of left to public space like NASA.
Man, most kids just dream about this, and she's doing it. Attended all of NASA's 19 space camps. Only person in the world who completed the NASA Passport program.
Unbelievable.
Having visited all sites. She is teed up and ready to go to Mars. She is Alyssa Carson. It was so great to meet you, Alyssa.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is the original. This is 99X.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid-fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said, because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.